Well, I got these two done today. I didn't wash them because both of them have been here before. As you might remember, about 2 months ago, I had this one here. Yeah, I don't know if you remember or not, but I had this one here, and he broke the spindle, bent the blade, and tore up the belt. So 2 months later, he hits a stump, bends the blade, broke the spindle, and tore up the belt. I'll show you, see if I can get the spindle out here. Let's see, there's the blade. So, I don't know if you can tell if it's bent. It's much higher than the other side. Well, yeah, you can tell. Look at this. See, the blade lays flat on the bed here, but that one swings up. So that's bent. And let's see if I can get the spindle out. I've got everything strapped down, so I may not be able to get it out without unstrapping everything. I need to tighten this strap. Good thing I came out here. So you can see that we have a bolt hole here, a bolt hole here, but that one's broke off. Brand new spindle, 2 months old. But he said, I use it as a brush hog, I know. So he's okay with it. He didn't ask for a warranty or anything, just get it fixed. So that's great. And oh, and this one I picked up this morning. I worked on this one 2 years ago for the same reason. She said she only ran it for a minute or two and then put it away and never used it again. So she wants it fixed again. Just bad gas. That's all it is. So, but again, I didn't wash either one of these. They're both pretty clean. And got a call today. I don't know. I guess I just don't understand people. It just seems to be really bad this year for some reason. I don't understand. I mean, this is like not the worst one of the calls that I've gotten, but I just don't get it. So he calls and says, well, no, actually, he messaged me on Facebook. Says, can you call me? So I call him as soon as I get back from picking up that mower. And he says, yeah, I got this pole saw. And it's got those GD small fuel lines in them. You got any? Yeah, I got them, but I don't sell anything. I said, I can repair it, but I can't sell anything. Oh, that's fine. I'll bring it over. And can you get it done in a couple hours? No, I have a 10-day guarantee, just in case something else goes wrong. And, you know, I'll get it back to you in a day or two. Well, no, I was relying on you to get it done today. I brought you a John Deere a few months ago. Well, I don't know what he means by a few months ago. Last year he brought me a John Deere. And I said, and he says, you did a great job on that. And I said, and the reason I did a great job is because I take my time on things. I don't rush. Oh, yeah, I know. So he had that nervous laugh. So that means that he was trying to manipulate me and, call me out on trying to guilt me into doing it. So, like I said, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but I don't get it. What is going on this year? So, Carolyn seems to think the word's out that I've been, too nice to people in the last couple of years. But I don't think I was all that nice. I mean, I'm nice. I was nicer than I am this year. But I wasn't trying to let people walk all over me back then either. So, I don't know. I don't get it. I know they're just trying. I mean, the thing is if you call the mechanic, and I know this for a fact, at least the mechanic I go to. Yeah, and you call them up and say, yeah, I got a truck that has this problem in it. And if you say, can I bring it in and get it fixed in the next couple hours? They say no. They wouldn't do that. They would, they might say bring it in for a diagnostic so we can figure out what it's going to, cost, but we can't fix it today. They might do that. That way they can order parts and be ready for an appointment. But they're going to schedule an appointment. They do every time. And if they think it's going to take a while to figure out what's wrong with it, they'll tell you it's going to take a couple days to figure out what's wrong with it. So I don't know if mechanics get the same kind of treatment I get. Yeah, can I bring my car in and you get it done in the next 10 minutes? Well, I guess they do. I mean, I've watched YouTube videos of car mechanics, and guy says, yeah, I need a service on it. Yeah, okay, we'll get it done by this afternoon. We'll give you a call. And 15 minutes later, is that car done yet? Nope. It's only been 15 minutes. So I thought I'd walk down here and discuss the generator. It's been a while. So I bought this generator in October. Some of you will remember, I'm sure. I've talked about it several times. And I was trying to give you hourly 100-hour updates, but I haven't done it in a while. So it's got 1,200 hours on it now. Bought it in October. It's kind of nice. It's got the hour meter on it. That has really made a big difference in trying to figure out what I'm going to do. If I ever get another one and it doesn't have an hour meter, I'm going to buy one of those generic ones. You can just hook it to the spark plug. Oh, I don't think I have that put in right. I changed the oil yesterday, but I didn't get this put in right. Let's fix that real quick. So I'll tell you the mistake I made last night. So last night, or yesterday evening, we went to the grocery store late. I don't know. Can you see what I'm doing here? I don't know why there's so many things flying over us. I guess, let's see, yesterday was Sunday. Yeah, I guess we left here about 1 o'clock. So we bought some items that needed freezing, which means the freezer's gonna run all night, and I don't wanna run on the batteries all night. I don't wanna run the freezer, all night long, 8 hours, without it shutting off. So I ran it yesterday morning for 3 hours on high speed. Now on high speed, I get about 6 hours of run time. On low speed, I get about 12 hours of run time. So yesterday morning, I ran for 3 hours. That means if I'd ran it on high, I'd have had another 3 hours left of gas. If I was thinking correctly, if I ran it on low, I had another 6 hours on gas. So last night at 8 o'clock, I came down here thinking I had let's say a quarter of a gallon, because this tank holds a half a gallon of gas. So I had a quarter of a gallon, so half of a full tank. Half a tank. Which means I would either have 3 hours runtime on high speed or 6 hours on low speed. So I went ahead and ran it on low speed so I could get the 6 hours. That would have taken me to about 2 o'clock maybe. And then it would have died. That would have been perfect. And then I get up at 4:30. Then I could have started it again if I needed to. I could have made an assessment. Well, I got up this morning and I heard something running. I was like, there's no way that generator is running. So I looked out the window and sure enough, it was still running. So that was 8 hours of runtime. A little bit more than 8 hours, actually. 8.5 hours. And it was still running. It did really good. That was on low speed. The problem is it got down to 40 degrees last night, and I really shouldn't be running it on low speed in cold temperatures. My plan was, I even looked at the temperature, was for it to shut off about the time it got down into the 40s. But I checked it. I got that metal dipstick. It's the magnet dipstick, and it was hot, and I didn't smell any unburned fuel. So that tells me that when it was warm outside, above 55 degrees, that it was that it held the temperature for the next few hours. So that's good. But all winter long, I ran it on high speed. That way the engine got good and hot all the time. No matter what, I ran it on high speed. And I change the oil every 25 hours. I'm using 5W30 synthetic. And the thing is just running superb. This thing costs $250 and I already got 1,200 hours on it. These things, most people don't get these things to last more than 500 hours. Definitely never make it past 1,000. Now here I'm at 1,200 and I'm still going. My goal is 5,000 hours. I think I can do it. And, you know, I got somebody to complain on the YouTube that, well, you're not really saving them money if you're changing oil every 25 hours. Okay, you know, and they always, you know, bring up the Honda. You got to get a Honda because they're just so much better. You basically maintenance free. Just run them and they'll get 10,000 hours. You know, Honda's the same way. Champion. They'll tell you to change the oil every 50 hours. In perfect conditions. In extreme conditions, they tell you to take it down some, 25 hours maybe. Well, in the cold temperatures, I'm running this in cold temperatures, is extreme for these. Because the oil never gets warm enough to burn all the gas, to burn all the water. It never gets warm enough to actually lubricate very well. So you're having to flush all that junk out every 25 hours, the gas, the oil, because it's just not hot enough to burn it off. So it's an extreme condition. Well, I'm doing two things to eliminate the extreme condition. I'm running it on high RPMs, which keeps it warmer, but not warm enough. I can assure you, I'm not getting hot enough. And then I change it every 25 hours. I am running it hot enough that I'm not smelling that unburned fuel, like it's burning rich. So I also have that magnet dipstick in there, which takes out all that metal. And it does. It wears out quite a bit of metal each run. But so does the Champions. I've checked those, and I haven't ran those 25 hours since the last oil change. And it has a lot of metal on it already. So they just, you know, you run them, they lose metal. The truck loses metal. I proved that last year by having to go to a thicker oil. So the other thing I did with my old generator is I would run it for a half hour and call it good. I learned I know, I shouldn't have done that. That it wasn't getting hot enough, especially in this eco mode where it's on low RPMs. And that one you couldn't change from high to low. It was only on low. If it needed more power, it would speed up, but that you couldn't change it. So it was always running low, and I run it for a half hour. Well, that oil wasn't getting hot enough. With this one, I make sure I run at least an hour where I know the oil's hot enough. So above 60 degrees, I can run it on eco for an hour and it'll be fine. Below 60 degrees, if I run it for an hour, I have to run it on high speed. And it has worked out perfect. And the reason I'm doing so many videos on this is because somebody said, hey, I didn't think about the idea that these cheap generators could do any good. The longevity of them. As long as you take care of them, I think they'll do fine. My biggest concern isn't so much the engine, it's the electronics. How long is that going to last? They can go out on regular generators too. And when that goes out, you just well get a new generator. But that's okay. It's only $250. They don't sell this one on Amazon anymore, but they do have it on their website still. So if I ever need another one, I will get another one. I don't want to get a bigger one. And that's the biggest problem, is this is the smallest one I can find that will power what I need it to power. Go up another size and I'm going to be using more gas that I don't need to be using. Like I said, a quarter gallon, a quart of gas lasts me over 8 hours last night. That was pretty impressive. So something else just real quick I wanted to mention before I hang up here. I went and bought another gas can, so that gives me 4 gas cans. My plan is not buy gas here in town anymore. It's higher here because it's trying to catch that tourist traffic. If I go over to the other town, which is about 30 miles away, it's 30 cents less. So my idea is if I run out of gas in the truck or start to run low on gas, I can use some of this gas from these cans to put in the truck, 5 gallons, 10 gallons, whatever I need, until I can get back to town to fill up. It's going to be cheaper in the long run just buying this gas and putting it into the truck. The thing I got to be sure to do is that I rotate these out. And since I use so much gas, it's not hard for me to rotate them out. I mean, I'll have this emptied in a week or two. And also with it being grass cutting season, you're using it for the mowers. With it being lawn repair season, I'm using it for customers. So I use more gas in the summer anyways, but I'm just going to try to stay away from that gas station here in town. So I guess I'll jump off of here. So if you'll click this up next box, take the video over to my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So hope this video inspires you. I don't know, take care of your equipment so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.